Alright, welcome back to a channel that you all know and love, and if you don't know, you need to get to know it so you can love it. We've all heard about Druski, man. We've all heard about Druski and all the P. Diddy allegations, and people are saying, and you know, there's allegations coming up that he was involved with the diddler himself. So, Jamari's gonna fill us in, he's gonna keep us in the loop, and we're gonna find out if Diddy really had Druski under his wing.
So Druski has been an up-and-coming star for around the last 4 years. He was ushered into the internet game around the same time as his good friend Jack Harlow, and it was like as Jack was rising up the ranks of music, Druski was rising up the ranks of comedy. During that time, he has become the most infamous skit comedian online, and this has obviously afforded him many opportunities, including his own show, countless sponsorships and commercials, features in
Fun fact, I saw Druski in person, drove past his Hummer, saw that Blondie. He had the window rolled down a little bit, saw that Blondie. A big ass Hummer EV or whatever the fuck with the big ass bullhorn.
Movies, steak and Happy Dad alcoholic
cool.
beverages, a feature on 2K, a comedy tour, and frequent collaborations with the biggest streamers and comedians in the world. Basically, this man became a cash cow, as Druski has an insane ability to take everyday situations and types of people and turn them into a viral skit or a meme. And his comedy just has this way of reflecting and predicting in real life situations. But now Druski has found himself wrapped up in the Diddy situation, as he and his friends popular
Wait, is this real? We'll get into it because I think later down the line they said it happened in 2018, and I don't think Druski was not popping in 2018, not to the point of where he could talk to Puff Daddy Diddy Combs here.
The Diddy situation, as he and his friends and popular wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. have been listed in some of these Diddy accusations. But the claims they are throwing around here are honestly so outlandish that it almost makes this hard to believe. Now, yesterday was when this bombshell would hit the timeline. In the matter of Ashley Parham,
who made a whole Twitter account called the Diddy Docket, and you spend your entire time just looking into the Diddy allegations, just put his stuff on the internet. What's your job? What's your 9 to 5? Let me see your W-2s.
Versus Sean Diddy Combs. An amended complaint names 2 more plaintiffs and several additional defendants, including Odell Beckham Jr., Druski, and a myriad of other people. So previously it was just Ashley Parham versus Sean Diddy Combs, and then a couple John Does that were not listed, and now those John Does, the main ones, have been listed as Druski and Odell Beckham Jr. In total, Druski's name is actually listed 45 different times in this lawsuit.
Damn! 45? Ooh.
Key details that really make everyone think that this is pretty far-fetched. Defendant Diddy then instructed another defendant Doe to also violate plaintiff defendant Doe, who has been determined to be defendant Druski, is what they're alleging. They say instead of immediately violating the plaintiff, defendant Druski doused plaintiff with more oil and lubricant and then jumped on top of the plaintiff's naked and oiled body, treating it like a slip and slide, and knocking the wind out of the plaintiff due to his enormous size. So they're saying Druski was in there slipping and sliding.
Think about that. Do we not realize how wild that is? Do we not realize how wild of a sentence that is? Druski oiling up somebody, he taking his big 260 ass, he probably 270 if we being honest, I don't know how tall he is, but when he take his big shamu ass and just jump, he jump out, he just jump and just boom! They not just knocking the wind out of him, nigga, that's breaking a rib. If he caught air, that's a rib, dog. Like if Druski took his big ass, jumped on top of me, over with, I'm through. Send me straight to Grady. Downtown Atlanta, straight to Grady. I need to be in the ER immediately.
Defendant Druski then caught himself from sliding over the plaintiff's oiled body, and off the bed, he then began violating the plaintiff through her reproductive parts. While defendant Druski was violating the plaintiff, defendant Diddy sat in a chair near the bed and began pleasuring himself
he started beating.
Recording plaintiff's violation by defendant Druski. Another party's phone fell on the bed near the plaintiff. The plaintiff then attempted to grab the phone, but it slipped out of her hands and onto the floor due to the oil/lubricant that had been doused all over her person by defendants Diddy and Druski. Obviously, at this point, the baby oil is like infamous in this Diddy case. For those of you who don't remember, they claim—
where do you get a surplus of baby oil? You can't just go and pick that shit up from Costco. You can't. Like, that shit gotta be special ordered from the factory themselves. It had to been under the LLC email.
Claim that they discovered over 1,000 bottles of laced baby oil in Diddy's house.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. more than 1,000 bottles altogether.
The freak
Defendant
offs.
Diddy began laughing at plaintiff's attempt to grab the phone. Throughout this violent gang violation, defendant Diddy made constant belittling remarks.
If they confiscated all of Diddy's stuff, right, and they say Diddy was recording, wouldn't that mean that this situation would be on film? Therefore, you would see Druski shampooing, jumping out the water on the bit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit.
Plaintiff, including that he owned her now. When defendant Druski was finished violating the plaintiff, defendant KK entered the room to examine the condition.
Who is that? Who is that? Who is that?
Barely able to move or control her bodily functions.
Oh my
And
God.
they say this is when they attached her to an IV and pretty much brought her back to life, made sure she wasn't gonna die. And that was apparently when Diddy, Shane, who is apparently the man who introduced Diddy to this person, KK, Odell, and Druski then exited the residence to the backyard where they smoked marijuana and cigarettes. And so obviously this all had the internet going absolutely wild. Of course, people immediately started resurfacing old clips of Diddy hanging out.
It is real. We need timestamps, bro. When was Diddy at his house, though? That's the damn problem. Don't nobody give timestamps, man. We need timestamps, bro.
Now with Druski.
Don't mind if I do.
They were basically saying that this clip hits different now, as it was also rumored that Diddy had been lacing drinks at his infamous parties.
I believe that. 100% believe that.
I wouldn't.
He looks soulless, man. Diddy looks soulless. There is not a soul behind these eyes, bro. It's been gone. I don't know when it left. There's nothing behind these eyes, regardless if this is a skit or not. You can tell this man is empty. These are empty eyes.
Shot.
Druski was also asked at one point what it was like to attend these Diddy parties.
You ever been to one of Diddy parties?
Yeah, I've been in attendance. I've been in attendance. Not, hey, what the fuck you smirking for?
ain't saying that.
I've been in attendance.
We just asking regular
That's all I
questions.
said. That's all I said. I said I've been in attendance. I have been in attendance.
We never been. We just asking.
We just
Yeah,
asking.
yeah. As soon as you asked, he said,
You had fun?
I ain't seen that.
"Yeah, you did."
I ain't seen that.
Yeah, I had fun. Yeah, I mean it was a party. I wasn't at one of them parties.
What say that about the party?
Oh.
Nigga, y'all smiling too much. I have been in attendance at a puff party. You know what I'm saying? I've been in attendance. Yeah, I went. Yeah, the party I went to, it was girls turn up. You know what I'm saying? The regular. You know what I mean? Other celebrities and shit. Yeah,
That's what you do.
Now, obviously, Druski does like to troll. Yes, his body language became a little bit uncomfortable, but you do have to keep in mind that thousands of different people have been to these
A lot of
Diddy
people.
parties,
LeBron
allegedly.
been there.
And
LeBron.
obviously, when they're all asked about it, they all say, well, you know, I went to the Diddy party, but I didn't go to, like, the Diddy party, like the behind the doors party that was going on. So then I started questioning, well, what was Diddy's real relationship with Druski? And as you guys can see
Good
here,
question.
back in 2021, Druski did have this show called Sneaking In with Druski.
When?
And upon further inspection, you can see that this was airing on Revolt, which was a media network that was primarily owned and founded by Sean Diddy Combs. And although he no longer owns any shares in the company, back in 2021, he was still running that shit, and he presumably gave that opportunity to his boy Druski. I also thought that this little tidbit was interesting because Odell Beckham Jr. and Druski have been friends for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. struck up a friendship with Druski upon finding his videos and invited the comedian to stay at his home during the COVID-19 pandemic. And obviously, the pandemic was back in early 2020. And that's where these dates really start not matching up because the defendant is saying that this happened.
2018. That's what I was telling y'all. Druski wasn't popping in 2018. Obviously, he had something, you know, a little following, popping. Like, he's not the Druski we know today.
Happened on March 23rd, 2018. Way before Druski was even remotely famous or known online.
Right.
That this guy Shane invited the plaintiff over to his home to assist him with his cancer medications because he was weak and unable to open his medications.
Okay.
She says upon her arrival that this guy Shane wanted to give her a ride in his new car. And she says this is when this guy Shane pretty much set her up for the violation that allegedly involved Diddy, Druski, and OBJ. Now, much like with Jay-Z with his recent...
Now, Odell makes more sense. Now, I haven't seen anything about Odell Beckham Jr. and him defending himself. Maybe I'll check the Twitters after this video. Maybe I'll check the Instagrams after this video. He had the motion. You know, he was popping on the internet, dancing and shit every time he got a tutty. He had the motion, bro. He had the motion. The motion was there.
Diddy accusations, Druski would respond swiftly to this filing, where he says the allegation is a fabricated lie. I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke and living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation, so the inclusion of my name is truly outlandish. My heart breaks for actual victims of abuse, but I'm fully confident that the evidence will expose this falsehood and the individuals who are maliciously trying to game the legal system to peddle false narratives. So he kind of has the same stance that Jay-Z had back a couple months ago, saying this whole thing is a bunch of bullshit and the timeline isn't even really adding up. And of course, when something like this comes out, you're going to have a lot of people running with the story. Like this tweet that went viral where this girl says, I can't believe hashtag Odell Beckham Jr. and hashtag Druski are in this new Diddy lawsuit taking turns violating this girl. Wow. You had other popular hip-hop and media pages saying Druski did what?
And like,
wow. You had other popular...
No, go back, Jamari, shit. And these people right here are the ones who don't ever look into anything. They just take it at face value, and that's what they believe. Look into something. Think about it. Ma'am, look at the dates. Try to line some shit up yourself, and then like, oh wait, that doesn't really make sense. Y'all know everything about them, all the way down to their damn social security number.
This new Diddy lawsuit taking turns violating this girl. Wow. You had other popular hip-hop and media pages saying Druski did what? The same sentiment is shared here, ironically including this misinformation meme. Then you had people using Druski's own skits against him, like this guy who says there's no way that this Druski shit is real.
I didn't believe it as soon as I saw the date. I didn't believe it.
Saying that was Druski's reaction to this information. Another user says Druski after someone didn't give him consent.
Come on, be real.
This guy specifically seems to really be leading the charge when it comes to these Druski jokes about this very serious situation. He says Druski's lawyer right now.
We got good and bad news. Good news, we got your payment, buddy. Bad news, they gave you life. Sayonara.
So yeah, it's just crazy to see this guy's own skits and various statements being used against him.
Yeah, Druski kind of moving, ain't he?
It is a joke. These are the type of things that people try to get off online, and they do end up going viral. And it's really all just for a couple little Twitter shekels and a little bit of clout. Like, it's not worth making this type of weird, shitty joke, whether you believe he's guilty for some reason or not. Because honestly, I think it's a whole bunch of nonsense. And it leads to other people making more serious statements like this. Okay, so now that Druski was named in the Diddy lawsuit for a gang violation, this creepy skit he made in 2022 about guys getting girls drunk to have sex with them is aging so horribly.
Okay.
And it's like, does the person that...
Here's the thing with that, though. Here's my quick thing about that. That's just a shit joke regardless. Like, regardless if that happened or not, that's just a joke that shouldn't have been made. You know what I'm saying? It aged horribly as soon as that bit dropped.
That posted this did not understand that the entire point of this skit was to pretty much dog out guys that act like this. Like, the whole point of the skit is to say that guys who act like this are pieces of shit. Now, here is a clip from 4 months ago of this news network and of the lawyer representing this woman, Ashley Parham, in this case, and now these other two Jane Does, speaking on behalf of her client and the entire situation.
Well, her attorney says she was in her 30s at the...
Okay, you know what? We didn't stop just doing the Jane Doe bullshit. Jane Doe, John Doe. Just start name dropping, damn it. Just name drop air motherfucker. No, niggas gonna start searching them up.
The time of this alleged violent attack, it happened just about half a mile away from the Orinda police station here in a quiet neighborhood about 6 years ago.
So yeah, 6 years ago, long before Druski was known at all.
Ashley Parham says in 2018, Diddy and his entourage violently gangbang style her in Orinda. Her attorney, Ariel Mitchell, says it all started when she met a man named Shane Pierce in a bar in Contra Costa County, who began a FaceTime call with Diddy.
She actually made a quip about Mr. Combs having something to do, that she didn't like him because he had something to do with Tupac's murder.
The lawsuit says Parham believed Pierce invited her
Diddy
over
got
to
Tupac
set
wiped
her up
off the map?
By Diddy. The Contra Costa County Sheriff's Office told us in a statement, a report was taken on March 23rd, 2018. We take these cases seriously, and detectives thoroughly investigated the accusations. It was later determined the claims were unfounded.
And that does make things a little bit more interesting for me, because obviously a legitimate report was made at that time, but even back then the police say, well, we found no wrongdoing. As a matter of fact, they're saying we don't believe this ever even happened.
She also reported the incident to Walnut Creek Police and Orinda Police without naming Diddy, as she felt she would not be believed. The woman who lives there confirms Pierce lived there, but that he was too sick with cancer and ALS to have done this. She also says Pierce did not know Diddy.
So they're saying this guy has not only cancer, but also ALS. Now, if I really want to get into my conspiracy
I'm
bag,
lost.
I want to note here that I think that this all could just be a mastermind smokescreen being set by Diddy and his legal team. It's like Pokemon, okay? The accuracy goes down once you set the smokescreen. Because recently, the case against Jay-Z has been dropped without prejudice, which I believe means that they cannot, like, try to bring it back up in court. They cannot try and try Jay-Z again for the same thing. Obviously, there was a lot of holes in the timeline of that story. The accuser's own father said that he doesn't remember any of that taking place.
Damn.
And overall, the timeline and the series of...
When your own daddy tell somebody that I just don't remember that happening, that's fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. It's so hard to understand this shit though, dog, because you never know. You don't know.
Events, especially when she came out on that news segment, just really were not adding up. And when the decision by the judge was made public and that entire thing was dismissed, Sean Combs' legal team would put out this statement.
Can we stop with these damn weak ass drawings? It's the big 25. Can we just start flicking up? Like, I know we got pictures, bro. Why we gotta do these weak ass goddamn art sketches? What's the point of these? Like, is somebody framing this bitch up? Look at the shape of this damn star.
Combs' legal team would put out this statement.
Damn.
Today's complete dismissal by the 1-800 attorney is yet another confirmation that these lawsuits are built on falsehoods, not facts. For months, we have seen case after case filed by individuals hiding behind anonymity, pushed forward by an attorney more focused on media headlines than legal merit. Just like this claim, the others will fall apart because there is no truth to them. Sean Combs has never essayed or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. No number of lawsuits, sensationalized allegations, or media theatrics will change.
When does
that
Diddy
route.
go to court?
We will continue to fight these baseless claims and hold those responsible for these false claims. This is just the first of many that will not hold up in the court of law. And that's why I have the feeling that this entire thing is a bit of a smokescreen. Because if you have enough of these outrageous allegations coming out, it allows you to kind of start poking holes and giving a little bit of reasonable doubt to accusations that could actually be legit. And it's like the more outlandish they get, like describing Druski as using her as a slip and slide and then the timeline not adding up at all, it just hurts the case for people who are possibly actual victims of abuse.
Right.
And at this point, it's like Diddy seems so
Dog, like this shit don't even look like Diddy. We gotta stop. Who is this? And who the hell is this nigga in the back? He don't even have a face. He back here looking like Slender Man with this weak ass star again.
Corner. That it's like that's all they can do to kind of like alter the public perception a little bit. And as these cases start getting knocked down and dismissed, it kind of starts the social programming and people start to think, well, maybe these other things aren't real either. And
yeah, that fat ass head back there. Wow.
You're going to have a whole bunch of people just bringing up false claims because they want a payday, they want a settlement. It's
right.
Describe the entire series of events just seems a little bit too outlandish for me personally to believe. And I think that it could definitely hurt real victims in this case. Either way, I want to know what you guys think about these accusations down below. As always, also want to thank you guys for watching today's video.
Say it. I ain't heard Jamari say it in a while.
As you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman.
Superman.
And some other lawsuits out here need to be covered. So I'm out. Peace.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about the whole Diddy situation? Look, I don't really know, man. I don't really know. I don't think Druski did it. I genuinely don't think Druski did it. I think it's similar to what Jamari said, that it's being pushed out here just for somebody to try to get a quick little payday. And I hate when people do that because like Jamari said, it lessens the other allegations that could be true and hurts the odds of actual victims getting the justice that they deserved. But I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Be sure to check out other videos. Be sure to like and subscribe and join the Discord. Also, be sure to check out the Twitch. We are 8 followers away from hitting 200 followers on Twitch, so be sure to check out the Twitch. I've been streaming every day. I'm also getting the Twitch schedule situated, so y'all will know when I'm going live, and obviously I'll change it if things change, but that's also what the Discord is for, so y'all know as well. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'm out.